talk about comic books and all that. This is very much a video talking about the future of me, who I've been known as a comic book advocate and a kink educator. And we're going to talk about how those three things are going to change, expand, and be a lot different in the future. So if you guys have questions as I go, please ask them. I'm all about that. And like I said, we're trying to figure this out, how this look is across the board. So for you YouTube audience that are like, who is he talking to? Right now we're live on TikTok, which by the way, TikTok to me is the superior product when it comes to interacting with everyone. All right, there we go. You guys can see the comic books in the background. We're ready to go. TikTok, you're awesome. 10 people already here, already getting comments. You are all awesome. Over here on YouTube and Facebook, not so awesome. That's going to go into it. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready. I just want to find the perfect place to put myself. Sit up straight. We're on. You're back hired. You got your job back. We have the channel back. All right, let's go to it. Let's talk about it. I can see all of your comments if you're going to make them. I'm wearing shorts. I'm in Florida, and I'm in my house. I don't generally wear shorts. Don't judge. The heat's on in the house today, so instead of turning the AC on when it's a little warm, I'm trying to keep the heat for the night. Hi. For those who might not know, and I don't know why this chair is not giving me good support right now, but there we go. I think that's better. For those who don't know, my name is Mr. Anderson, and I am a super dad. No, seriously. I am a kink educator, and I have been a comic book advocate. I'm going to be a lifelong comic book fan, and this TikTok thing has left me thinking big thoughts. So here are some of the big thoughts. I will be leaving Meta on February 1st. Sorry, February 1st. The ethics and the way Meta has treated not just me, but other creators is definitely making me want to leave. So I am going to leave. This is not political. This has been coming for a while. I have not enjoyed my experience on Meta for a very long time. I want you to understand that in 2020, I spent over 100 hours on air, over 100 hours giving Meta content. We got millions of views in 2020. There were days I was on one of these for 12 hours. It was so bad that I was coughing up blood, but people were so worried, and I wanted to be the person for hope. We talked about Kickstarters. We did a lot for Meta. And what did Meta do in 2021? Just attack content creators. And they'd already started doing that in 2019. And for the kink education, it is no longer viable. Everything I do gets reported. So I will be leaving as a creator. I will be leaving Facebook. And I know a lot of people think I'm going to be leaving a market that it's stupid of me to leave Facebook. It's not a business decision. I guess in the end of the day, I'm not a businessman. I'm a creator and I am an educator. And that's what I'm going to focus on because that's what I'm good at. So I'm going to be leaving Facebook. If you want to follow me, the places to follow me will be Blue Sky. I like Blue Sky. I like what they're trying to do. And I want to be on the ground floor. So you will see me on Blue Sky from this point on. I will be putting content there. When they do live videos, we'll do that there. For you in TikTok, I know what you're thinking. We just got canceled. Poor Puddles back here got lost. Puddles lost his job. Lost their job. I'm sorry. Puddles lost their job as the mascot of the Kink. The Kink Educator here on TikTok. I was very upset. I was an educator without a classroom. And once Puddles sobered up, we started talking about the future. We're not leaving TikTok. We're quadrupling down on TikTok. This, for me, as a neurodivergent human being, has been one of the best experiences of my life. I have the opportunity to speak. I am very dyslexic. People don't understand it. I made a video about how hard it is for me to get my thoughts out, how many mistakes I was showing. It was frustrating to me to look so stupid. when I write something, there's always mistakes. No matter how hard I try, there's mistakes. I It took me an hour and a half to do something on a video like this. I can take 10 minutes. Doesn't mean I'm not going to keep creating comic books and working with editors, but writing something on FetLife, I shouldn't have to pay an editor to edit it for me. I don't think that's a good plan for me. And maybe one day I'll have a staff underneath me that will want to edit my tweets and edit all that. Now, speaking of tweets really quickly, it's funny I say that, and it's a good segue here. I will also be leaving Twitter. I do not believe in Twitter due to the person behind it and the things they have said. So I will no longer be supporting my content I know gets views. And yes, this is going to limit my reach. So we're going to talk about that in a second. This is not, I'm not going to trash Meta. I'm just going to tell the truth about Meta. I think telling the truth about Meta is good enough. Millions of views in 1 year, never got offered a fucking penny. TikTok has paid me. TikTok has paid me when I had no intention of getting paid. We made the Kink Educator page a professional page for two reasons. One, I was going to sell comic books, but they won't even allow this content on the TikTok shop. And two, as I wanted them to understand that we were taking ourselves very seriously on TikTok, and I think that has shown because we do have an ethical core when it comes to this. I look so fat right now, and I've lost so much weight. I weigh 195 fucking pounds right now. I've lost 13 pounds recently. I hate fucking videos like this. I'm gonna have to start sitting on a stool from now on when I do these lives. I think the chair makes me sit back. My back does hurt today though. Please spare me some kindness with no comments about how bloated I look. I just did eat. All right, so this is I like the connection you guys are giving me because I see some comments. Taylor's here saying, "Hey everyone." Audie's here. Yes, I'm glad you're staying on TikTok, Audie. By the way, if I haven't followed you in the last year of us building a community, three things you should know. I didn't realize we were creating a community, but somehow here on TikTok, that's exactly what we did. We built this amazing community, and I didn't realize it till it was being taken away from me. So I want to make sure I keep as much of that community connected to me as at all times. So we're going to be doing some new things. One of those new things are if you comment, if we begin to build a relationship, I'm going to follow you back on TikTok. I'm going to want to be part of your journey as well. And I'm going to try to, and what I'm also going to do is I'm going to like your stuff on Free Hugs and Spanks. So we have this other page, Free Hugs and Spanks. We try to keep this educational, but Free Hugs and Spanks, I'll probably follow a lot of you too, so I can like something that has nothing to do with this. This is going to remain an educational channel. On YouTube right now, we have, looks like 13 people from here watching, if no, 12. 12 people are now watching here on TikTok, and we've already got 720 likes. I am live on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 destinations on StreamYard. It gives me the access to all these Facebook groups. Doesn't give me any access to Blue Sky because it doesn't do lives. Doesn't give me access to anything on. And I'll answer that question in a second with the following question. Def, what are we talking about as far as going back on the Play Store? You mean TikTok? I heard it's going to be up today. I heard it's going to be as soon as Trump has to do something when he takes office. The thing he promised, and then you'll be able to download TikTok again. My best friend deleted it and can't get access to it right now. We can talk all the crap we want about that. I'm kidding. Would never happen. Trust me, I'm not talking crap about that person. That person's amazing. I just lost my list, so I no longer know what this show's about. We're going to have to go by memory, and I'm getting older. So, yeah, I will be leaving Twitter. I'm gonna get my news from Blue Sky, I suppose, because I was a really good manager. I didn't care about a lot because someone was paying me, and I always felt like because they were paying me, it was their rules. But outside of here, these are my rules in the end of the day. So there's an ethics that it's personal to me that I'm going to be running all I do. And again, YouTube, 0 people watching, 9 people watching on TikTok on an unannounced program. So even the channel, and I was going to take the channel and make it the Kink Educator channel, but I decided we deserve something new. So we're going to build up our YouTube, Kink Educator. I'll see you there. Make sure to hit that today. So we'll be continue to be on YouTube, and we'll be on Blue Sky. That's it. TikTok, Blue Sky, YouTube. That is all I'm going to be doing. That's where I'm hedging my bets. I will have a personal meta page. This is because I've been asked by family and friends to have a line of communication. However, I will not be using it as a creator from this point on. This will come at a cost initially, but long term, I do not believe it will. And this is my plan for the future. Then I'm going to go through some comments. One of the things I hated the most was when we were abandoning TikTok because the ship was going down and none of us wanted to leave because it got turned off. We had to jump off the ship and we all jumped onto other things. I don't like Lemonade. Once Trump signs whatever's into order, I'm going to even stop letting it give me updates. It's still a backup plan. We'll see what Trump does later today. Whenever Trump does, Lemonade will stay for that. I didn't like Clapper. I got no feedback from Clapper. I like TikTok. We're not leaving. This is going to be my video platform. Written words. And by the way, I'm going to continue to be on FetLife as well. But that's a niche thing. If you're on FetLife, Mr. Anderson, Andersin, Mr. Mister. Find me right away. We even have a Kink Educator group. Join that on the FetLife. So here's the deal. I'm here. I'm the educator. As long as they'll let me be here, I'll be here. But one day, what if they decide? What if Trump decides to outlaw talking about kink? It's possible. And this is not. Yes, anyone can follow me. Friendships on FetLife. So I even monitor who follows me. Hit the follow button. You're all welcome to follow me. I just don't accept friendship requests until I get to know you a little better. And I'm going to be weeding my friendship list over the next 3 or 4 months slowly. I don't want people to pay attention to it, and it can rise community feelings, and I'm not trying to deal with all that bullshit. Thank you, Taylor. And you can all follow me. I will approve you. Following, I'm going to approve everyone unless you have a dick pic as your profile picture. That is the way for me not to, or like if you seem like a scam page. There was someone who wanted to come to our event. By the way, had a lovely event last night in Port Charlotte. Thank you to anyone who came out. Loving it. And it made me realize that I really want to have the energy. I like being an educator. As long as I'm on this rock, I might as well share what I've learned. People apparently like my flavor. So I'm going to be giving people more of my flavors. By the way, give me a shout out on the TikTok audience, because apparently you on Facebook and YouTube, pointless when we're live. We'll get more views later, and I'll appreciate you guys to comment now. But you guys just do nothing like you're doing. TikTok audience, my friends, my fellow Kinksters. Tell me if you like this setup. I like the fact that the comic books are all here now, and we could talk about that in a minute, because this is going to be important for the future. So I thought about it, like, what happens if Trump decides kink is outlawed, right? Or we can't do it on sites like this. We got to go back underground. And I'm thinking, like, the only real site I hear people talk about on the norm is FetLife. But is FetLife good enough for us? I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a Bezos. I'm not a what's his dumbass name? The Facebook owner, whatever his fucking name is. You can see his face. I like fucking Tom from MySpace. I begrudgingly left MySpace when basically Facebook bought it. For those who don't know, Facebook basically bought MySpace and took away some of their features. And Tom took the money and run. I found Tom, Taylor. Tom is on TikTok. I think I sent in a friend request. So, wouldn't it be cool if maybe we created maybe a website that actually cared about consent? Now, I'm not declaring today that is 100% the plan. Oh, Tom, Yes, his name is. I actually liked his video. I can get back to you on that, Taylor, and look it up. I actually made a. By the way, I made a stitch with Tom. It was one video he left stitchable. I made it the night I think TikTok was about to go dark. It was. I think it. Ironically, you want to hear some shits and giggles? It was the last video I uploaded a half an hour before it got shut down. So if you look through my videos, Tom is there. I promise. At least they're claiming to be Tom. I didn't do DNA record or anything like that. But I mean, why would you lie about being Tom? There's no money in it. But anyway, so this person's claiming to be Tom. Either way, Tom, I miss you. Tom, if you're watching this, I liked MySpace. I loved MySpace. MySpace was a superior product. It got bought out by Facebook that got trendy. Fucking MySpace was so much better. And Vampire Freaks was better than FetLife. The and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm tired of going along with what's the popular thing. And oh, you're gonna lose customers. Fuck it. I'd rather be part of this. So Taylor says, yes, VF was so much better. I forgot that existed. For those who don't know, Vampire Freaks, which is what I refer to as VF, was amazing. The first time I ran a community, I ran one there. It was called the Bondage Cult. And the only problem I had with Vampire Freaks, and I have the same problem with FetLife, is people can make profiles that look exactly like yours. And I had at one point 3 people pretending to be me. And I knew the owner of the site, Jet. So every time someone like that popped up, I would send Jet a message and be like, another one. But I wouldn't get told about it until someone came looking for me and they found me instead of them because I was attached to the bondage cult at the time. And I remember being like, I didn't send you any of this. This isn't me. And sure enough, the user number was always different. And it was a different time. It was a few years ago. Uh, VF wasn't, and by the way, that was a hair in my mouth, a T hair fell in. Just saw a replay of it. And apparently there is a delay. I never realized this, that I'm on this much of a delay. Looks like 5 seconds. It just goes live. I guess when it's going 3, 2, 1. Now that makes me wonder, are they recording that? Is the 3, 2, 1 being recorded? Oh, fuck. I have to stop picking my nose before I go live. Anyway. Anyway, that I just lost the one person watching on YouTube. You all get me. Anyway, VF really was awesome. One of the bigger problems VF had, and at a point Jet was talking about this, sectioning it off an 18 plus area, and never came to be because FetLife came around. And the rumor on the street, and I believe this and will believe this till the day I die, is that FetLife sent people to report Vampire Freaks, and Vampire Freaks was getting in a lot of trouble. And I knew that from behind the scenes. They were getting threats. And I was actually asked to stop having my bondage cult that was just informational. So we did. I shut it down. 10,000 members. Shut it down. And I remember I learned a lot about people being abused in the community and how awful it was. And that set me off. Without my time in Vampire Freaks, we wouldn't be here today. But that really hurt. Losing that connection, I kind of put my head down. Lady Crimson, I ran into Jet 3 years ago at New York Comic Con. Still rocking, still DJing, still looks fucking young. I'm like, I'm an old man now. This guy looks like he's still a teenager. I knew Jet back in the day. I was one of the first people at a VF party. I met him on his first night. Amazing group of people there. Always going to be a nice remembrance of my time. And I don't blame Jet for me shutting down the bondage cult. It was necessary. It was, people were stealing my identity. We had a bondage cult ripoff cult because they had cults instead of groups. It'd always be a good time, but I did kind of get in my feelings after losing that. And I kind of just quit. I quit and I was going to make comic books, which is a good segue to go in here. So before we finish, I am exploring the idea of launching a fetish website. I don't know what that fully means, if I'm being honest. We're going to need money. We're going to need people, but I think we deserve something better than FetLife. Don't you all agree? I think we do. I think we need something that filters pictures and you have to give permission to see it. I think that the filter has to be filled out accurately. And if someone doesn't fill the filter out accurately, like it's a dick pic, they get the ability to upload pictures taken away. I think there needs to be accountability in this lifestyle. And I think we need a place that's our own. What do you guys think? Let me know. Think on it. Get back to me. Maybe together we can create something. Because let me tell you, I don't need to own it. I just want to be part of building it. Speaking of building and owning, see all these things? These are comic books that I've written for, developed, produced, lettered, created. As a matter of fact, this is an anthology and this is an anthology. So these one, two things are the only things I haven't fully written. Cat That and Supermom is mine. Eclipse, which I don't even know if you can see, is not mine and is a good friend of mine and cohort of mine. Selling these comic books are going to help me. This is how I financially do what we're doing. I keep this channel running. If I wanted to start a bigger YouTube channel, I'd need money. I need people to subscribe to my channel. I need people to buy my comic books. It's going to take money to do a TED Talk. It's going to take money because that's still our goal to get to do a TED Talk. It's going to take money to get the things we do. Even creating this studio, I'm an idiot. Just realized this. We didn't turn the light on today. There we go. Now we look professional. So the light stand, the stand that we're on, the light thing, that was $50. Let me tell you, puddles don't work for peanuts. So you're going to hear me, and this is not a hard push. I'm not asking people to buy if they're not in a good place, and I'm not going to be that person. I guess what I'm doing right now is asking permission. Is it okay on this channel if I talk about my comic books? And if I say on this channel, hey, we're going to talk right now just about this for a few minutes when I do a live, and I might do a video a few times a week saying to support the Kink Educator and the plans we have for the future, we need to begin to build a treasure, a war chest for plans for the future, for more comic books, for more education, for me going to other places. I'm never going to tell you you need to buy something to be part of this, but it has been suggested to me that I should maybe do some one-on-one classes with people who pay for it, and it's like a master class where I sit down and allow a Q&A. I don't know if anyone would pay for that, but we're going to start trying, and that's what this Wednesday is about when we have our large presentation. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. I would rather make money selling comic books. I'd rather get money from TikTok, who has actually paid me, unlike Facebook. See, Facebook did this thing, and YouTube does it too. That's why I'm not a big fan of either one of their platforms. They kind of play games with what you earn, and then they decide what you earn in weird ways. YouTube did get screwed at one point, so I understand their skepticism about views. But on Facebook, millions of views, not a fucking penny. And why? Because every time you're supposed to hit the minimum of 20, they would say, oh, we had to take this video down because there was someone put a commercial claim on it or some bullshit. And by the time you fought it, you suddenly didn't get the money. They didn't reverse it. I tried for months because there was one time where I should have earned it was like $120. We had done this award show, thousands upon thousands of views just live. This is during 2020. I think one of the videos garnered because we broke it up later into smaller videos as a reel. One of them got 60,000 to 70,000 views. I had another one where we had frost one day in Florida. That video in itself got 150,000 views within a week. Last time I checked it, it had 250,000 views. Someone had actually stolen it and reposted it. And that one got 100,000 views. Zero money. So, and it didn't bother me before that. It bothered me during that. If that's on, I think that's the heat. So it's getting colder outside. So that's where I'm at, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not trying to make money off of anyone, but my content is worth buying. It's great stories. If you like comics, let's talk. This is going to help me build the future. I'm going to do some comments. If you guys have any questions, please ask. YouTube and Facebook, you just sit there and do nothing, what you've been doing the whole time. And by the way, guys, come over to the cool guy side. Hit us up on TikTok. Here we go. Let's do this. MySpace was awesome, Sarah. Excuse me while I bend in. I want to make sure I get everyone's comments. We're going to read them all. Ellie V says, hola, hola. Ellie. Rachel said, hi. Ha, 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 ha. Cute bear said, Emily. That's Puddles. Mr. Bear, if you must. Taylor said, hey, everyone. Maz says, hi, dropping in a bit before getting back to Spicy Education Book Club prep. Ooh, sounds fun. Which spicy book did you read? Was it Barbara Unleashed? Did you guys like the new setup, by the way? Is this cool if we do the setup like this? Because when I'm doing it here, I can leave that on and I won't have to do that annoying thing I normally do where I'm like, let's read this comment, you know? I'm kind of digging it that I can read the comments while I'm here. I paid for the computer. I might as well use it. All right, so here we go. Cinnabon says, I think you look great. Thank you. I'm very nervous right now, honestly, guys. I have a doctor's appointment this week, and I was ordered to lose 20 pounds, and I have not made the goal. As of recording this, I am 13 pounds out of 20. And it's a heart doctor, so I'm afraid they're going to put me on blood medication, blood pressure stuff, and I don't want to do any medications. And I've given up fucking taste, guys. I don't even do sugar anymore. I can't give anything more up. And I'm getting that thing where you lose weight and your skin's just a little droopy. And I'm hating the experience. But if it gets me not to have to take a pill, I will lose the remaining 7 pounds. That is all I have to lose. 7 pounds. I'm starving. Send food. Nothing sugary. My best friend will track you down. Let's see. I think you. Oh, Def said, is TikTok bought? I don't believe TikTok got bought. I did see they floated in an idea of a 50-50 partnership with an American company. And is it going back to the Play Store? I actually am very curious about that. Let me see. I'm not watching the news right now, so I don't know. I mean, hold on. I gotta turn myself off. No jokes. I want to see if TikTok, because I know that Trump was just inaugurated, so he went upstairs before his other thing. I think he was doing a speech, and then he was going to go. He has not. He has not right now officially saved TikTok yet, but he will. He will. Too many people were mad yesterday. Let's see, playback story. Yay, my sister did, said Def. Def, I don't know what your sister did. I'm sorry. I know sometimes when I read the comments later. I think it was deleting the app. Yeah, my best friend did. And because I was telling my best friend, we're live on Wednesday, you're going to come watch us. And they were like, oh, I deleted the app. Because I was like, because I asked right after, I'm like, have you been back on TikTok yet? And she was like, they were like, no, I deleted the app. I was like, oh, why would you do that? I told you it was coming back. Don't think she believed me, or she just wanted this space, in all honesty. No, TikTok is not yet back. I do think they're just waiting. They're just waiting. Now, there are a lot of new video things, though. There's a Save TikTok app. I guess it saves your library. SnapTik. Wow, people be biting something serious. All right. A lot of TikTok adjacent things. Let's see. What else we got? Hold on. I want to see if I can zoom this one more time. Oops, wrong one. That was, don't worry, I just messed up the live for those people over on YouTube who are not doing anything for us. They're kind of boring over there. This is what we had wrong with Clapper. Hi guys. Hi YouTube. Hi Facebook. Very boring people. The cool places where the TikToks The TikTokers are. Can I follow you on Fet? Yes, we did that one live. Taylor, cool. I'm glad to know that you follow me. I do miss Tom too. What do you remember his name? Jet was the owner? Jet. Um, I'll go find it. Thank you. Taylor said, that's wild. Taylor said, sorry, the things get jumbled as I'm scrolling. New people are saying things. And it doesn't always come in order. This one's better though, because I don't have to scroll through all the likes, which by the way, amazing. Thank you guys. We have already achieved 2,000 likes for this video. Lady Crimson, welcome to it. I wonder how Jet is doing nowadays. Oh, that is awesome. John will be happy to know he's still doing well. Thank you. Um, that would be amazing. So make a bet. Oh, Taylor said that would be amazing. So Kel says, so make a better FetLife. It wouldn't be hard to make a better FetLife. And that's not to say FetLife hasn't done some amazing things. I think FetLife's approach to events has been great. I think that they had a good Kinky and KNP. What was it? Kinky. Oh, what was the KNP page? Oh, Kinky and Popular. I'm so stupid for not getting that quicker. Kinky and Popular used to be amazing. I used to love what they put on there. Now it's an OnlyFans ad directory. And yes, the vanillification. See, FetLife is. I've been around FetLife, and I think we learned it was 2008. Let's find out. We're going to go to our correspondent, Echo. Echo, when did FetLife go live? Sorry, I don't have an answer for that. Ooh, couldn't look up FetLife. Let's see. I'll look it up for us while we're talking. So, yeah, I mean, FetLife, I want to say, if I had to guess before looking, FetLife, because I was on it right away. I was on MySpace at the same time I started my job in Costco. I didn't go to Facebook until I had to go to Facebook. I was on MySpace till the end. And I was already on VF and then FetLife. I'm going to say FetLife started 2005, 2006. Oh, 2008 in January. That's later than I remember it being. But so in 2008, FetLife went live. I had a profile. I had to delete a few profiles for a few different reasons. So the site in this year is 17 years old. Doesn't that make you feel old? There are people who were being born that are just almost getting to be legal enough to be on this site. So 17 years ago, I feel old. I feel very old and very bloated from the way I just saw myself looking while stretching. So in that time, when I first started, it was the leather. Leather was huge. You have to do this, you have to do that. The Me Too movement kind of changed that a little later. Because I remember in 2008, I didn't take it very serious. I used it for events, didn't really talk on it until 2013 when I hurt my back. And this is how much I hate Facebook. I barely was on it, but I was talking politics of all things on FetLife, along with a lot of other things. And I had a lot of arguments, but I learned a lot. But I remember between 2008 and 2013, when I got hurt, I had to delete my original profile because I had garnered a stalker. And I even had to stop using a name I liked using at the time. So that was the one I was using on FetLife. So then I had to restart it, use a different name, and I believe in 2013 I was already doing the comic book thing as Mr. Anderson. So I think that's where Mr. Anderson was born from in that era. But I'd wind up having to delete the profile again because I was mass followed by these sock puppets. Because in 2013 to 2014, they just got inundated with like these people who had nothing to do with kink. They came to really just disrupt the site. And I remember they got like it was something like 500,000 sock puppets. The site itself almost went down. Like FetLife almost disappeared permanently. It was really bad. And for like, I remember I had surgery and I really wasn't on FetLife between when I had surgery. So 2013 to 14, I used it a lot. And then I just had surgery. I was writing Barbara Unleashed in 2015. Barbara had started already by 2015. And I didn't go much on it. In 2016, I saw it collapsed really badly. They were threatening to close its doors. And I remember deleting my profile because they had said someone had suggested that everyone should delete their profile just so the sock accounts would become more noticeable. Somehow they had locked things out. So I was like, whatever. Made a new profile, friended all the people I wanted. I've never been huge on friends. This is before following. So at the time, actually at the time, it was a bigger amount of people, but success, I think I had gotten like almost, I'm trying to remember, it was in the thousands because me and my ex used to do cookies at events. And at the time when people friended me, I didn't care. I accepted the friend request. I think I got up to like, I don't think it was 10,000, but it was like 4 or 5,000 followers or friends there. But the ones that really mattered to me, I got like powder and all that. And then did that, started with the comic books and all that. And in the last 2 years, I had trouble with my ex, my son's mother, and people like snitching on me to her. So I kind of nuked it again, and I have the profile I do now. And then that ran into problems, and I was just like, "Fuck it, I give up." Like I split myself into two people to be the kink educator on one, and the other it was so nonsensical. I couldn't fucking live in that space. It is what it is now. I use the block button liberally. I have no idea why I went on that rant at this moment. Sorry. Uh, so I am debating making a better landing page than FetLife. I think there's a better way. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm exploring the options. I'm considering it. I would love feedback. And if anyone's got talent and skill, I'd love to hear from you. We're almost at 10,000 followers, and I don't have a cute body. I can't wear a low cut shirt to get 1,000 viewers or 1,000 followers. So, considering what you're looking at and just being my words, the fact that we're heading up to the higher 8,000s and on our way to 10,000, I think is an amazing thing. I think it's a very community driven. We don't get trolls. We don't get the dick pic guys. As a matter of fact, I'm happy to announce that the the uh, not the algorithm, the demographics of this channel skew towards women, and um, I would assume uh, that we have more participants, hands down, not even assuming, more participants in our chat room that are women, and I'm very proud of that fact because I know as a male presenting person, it is that, oh, is this going to be one of those guys? Is this a Neil Gaiman? Is this one of those people? And I get that. And it took a lot to earn some trust. And I appreciate just the ability to earn the trust that you all allowed me to earn. So I am so grateful for that. All right. So what else we got? Taylor says, that's fine. Totally acceptable. Thank you. I like the new setups. Comics are hella cool. And they are for sale. In PDF form, they're actually money back guaranteed. Still no one over here on the YouTube. YouTube, you failed me. That's why we're going to build a new YouTube. We can't go live on the new YouTube, Kink Educator. I have to have at least 100 followers. If you guys could help me start building that on YouTube, Kink Educator. All right, where are we? And thank you, Audie. Sage is here, or Sage was here. I don't know if Sage is here anymore. It's been a minute. Taylor says, you got this. Thank you. 13 is still great. Yeah, two people listening to me is great. But the difference is that I can talk about kink here. We get into trouble every so often, but for the most part, we're allowed to be who we are. And I'll always appreciate TikTok for that. 1/3/2008 says Mar. Okay, Mar, cool. Yeah, I think we found that, but yeah. So I didn't even realize we were getting up there. It's 2000, yeah. 17 years, yeah. That's what I got. Voodoo Gaming says, "What's going on?" We covered a lot, Voodoo. If you're kinky, you're in the right place. Hit that follow button. Amazon Chick says, "Your soul is listening, and I'm listening to my soul." Cinnabon says, "Yes, it's a safe space for us. This is a welcoming environment. It's what I'm trying to make an accepting, welcoming environment. We might not always agree, but we talk it out, and that's the point. We should always be talking it out." And Pi, what's up? I followed Pi back, by the way, just today. And I'm following a lot of you. I was trying to keep my numbers down to 101. I'm now expanding it to 201 because there's so many people in this community. You guys mean so much to me, and I'm trying to remedy that. I want to see what you guys are doing. I'll be following you probably on Free Hugs and Spanks too, so I can support your content. So Free Hugs and Spanks will be that. We are just keeping it to like 3 channels. I don't know what to do with Mr. Anderson. As a creator, I feel like I should have it for announcements and maybe just as the person who likes videos and stuff like that. Free Hugs and Spanks will support. I might even follow you guys on Mr. Anderson and show love and support there. Would you guys rather that, me follow you on my Mr. Anderson account, than Free Hugs and Spanks? And on the comic book channel, if you follow me, I follow you back. So you're welcome. I am going to come back later and do an actual kink video. This was a crossover video. So the highlights of this, I will be leaving Twitter February 1st. I will be leaving Facebook February 1st. There will be a Facebook that I have. It'll probably go to a private account. This is because I do not trust Zuckerberg, right? Mark Zuckerberg. I don't trust him. I don't trust that he is a good ethical person. There's too much out there, and I feel like supporting him is the wrong way to be. So I will be leaving Facebook. Damned what it will cost me as a creator. I will find another way. And really the goal is to get us all together in as few places as we can, but as massively as can. Kink Educator, YouTube. We're going to be pushing that. We're of course going to stay here in our home. TikTok's going to be our home. There is a way to subscribe to kinkforall.site. That's good if we ever get disconnected. Sign up for it. I'm not putting much out there. And I think in the mail options, you don't have to be updated every time we make a post, but I don't try to post a lot on there. Taylor said subscribed on YouTube. Appreciate that. And it is a brand new channel. We're going to start from scratch. The comic one had a lot of baggage that goes with it. We could go live right now, but there's no one watching. What's the point? Let's build something new. Apparently, TikTok just restored its ability for creators on TikTok Shop to go live. That's awesome. I don't want to give Zuckerberg my time either. It's very limited now. And I will be using it as a human being for community things, for my kids' school. So I won't be giving that out to everyone, the Facebook, and it will be very private. It's nothing against anyone. It is just not supporting what I think is a bad thing to support. Let me just answer this real quick. Sorry. We're setting a game night up for this weekend, and I just wanted that. Fully support you on that decision. I appreciate that. And those 2 sites are problematic. Blue Sky so far seems interesting. I'm so excited about that, actually, Blue Sky. I want to see what it does, and kicking Facebook off my phone will make me use Blue Sky. And I have 3 different accounts on Blue Sky. I have one for me, Mr. Anderson, Comic Con, and the Kink Educator. You can find me 3 different ways. Don't expect much from Mr. Anderson. I think I'm just doing that to do that. Okay. And yeah, that's it for now. If anyone has any other questions. Oh, Sarah, you're awesome. Appreciate that. Sarah subscribed, and I still need to make a Blue Sky. Blue Sky seems worth it. The best way I can explain from what I've seen from just using it, besides not having a live feature, which we have TikTok, so I'll just take my TikToks and put them on Blue Sky. Besides not having a live feature, it kind of reminds me of if like Twitter and Facebook had a baby. That would be Blue Sky right now. Cinnabon says, I have a large crafting group, 77K followers, so I still have to check in an admin. Yeah, but I mean, let me just ask, because I see this with a lot of Facebook groups. Is it an active group? Like, is there a lot of people? And could you change those people to somewhere else? The one thing I haven't seen on Blue Sky yet, which I'm sure they're developing it, is a group. So right now we did have, and we have a Reddit. No one's going to Reddit. None of you guys want to be on Reddit. I don't want to be on Reddit. We have a Discord. I even put someone in charge of Discord. No one wants Discord. I get it. I don't like Discord. And that's probably I didn't put any in. That's probably why I didn't put a lot of energy in there. But I do think we should build the Discord. If I had to pick between Reddit and Discord, I think that. But we'll talk more about this. Bring your ideas and mod up. Who wants to be an admin for these things? I'm looking for help now. If we're going to be doing something, we need to start working together. If we want a better Fet life, the only way I'm going to get there is by teaming up with people. And it means building us on Reddit and Discord. Who's good at those? I am not. I was good at Facebook for a very long time. Saw the writing on the wall and hate what Facebook became. I disengaged with Facebook when I came to TikTok 2 years ago to be more primary. And I was on TikTok again. I've said this before. I was making Kink Education talking about Barber Unleashed on this very platform, TikTok, when it first rolled out in 20, I want to say it was 18, 19, but we got hammered. Despite there being underage girls bouncing up and down in inappropriate uh, outfits, we were hammered. But now that they have the 18 option, now that I've talked to the admins, I've told them, I've actually spoken to TikTok and said, if you ever have a strictly 18 over profile option, I will switch that day. I do not want anyone under 18 getting this content. And then on our YouTube channel, everything is set to instantly be uploaded for an age check. If I ever put it on our site, you're going to see you have to be signed in. All right, I'm going to say the rest of my voice for conversation tonight because I can hear it getting froggy. But I'm going to read the rest of the comments on my way out. Cinnabon says, I read the large craft, and Pio says, I just made mine last night, but it's a personal one. I'm not sure I'll be making a secondary. I don't even have personal ones anymore. I don't know what that means outside of sharing pictures of my kid. And I don't want to talk about this very much more because this is being recorded about my kid. Later on, we're not going to have a recorded one. You guys can ask me more about it, but I can't go into full details. But something really bad happened to my son in school, so I don't even know if I'll ever be posting pictures of him again in public. So at least not for a while. I'm going to be very protective over my son. Hey, Sage, we're about to wrap up. You missed the part where I said I want to create a new website like FetLife but better, but I'm exploring it, not declaring it yet. So I don't even know how I could do that, but I'm hoping to sell some comic books and every time you guys read a comic book, please talk about it. Tell other people about it. If I sell 1 million PDF copies for $1 each, that's still $1 million. I'd rather do that. We don't have to ship, no papers printed on. PDFs work just fine. $1 each, money back guarantee. And we're going to be talking about that because I do want to do things. I want to expand it. Just running our site costs me $30 a month. King for All costs me $30 a month to keep up and running. Cinnamon says, yes, very active. Many artists and crafters post daily, and I still get 300 new followers weekly. That's pretty awesome. Congratulations, Cinnamon. I actually own a role play Discord. Hey, if you're willing to help, let's talk. Let's talk. We don't have to do it here. We can have a conversation off thing. If you're willing to help us with Discord, and I wouldn't want to at all take over your Discord. That's not what I'm asking. I just think it would be kind of awesome if we could kind of team up, and I would try to be more active on Discord. To be honest, if you get people there talking, I'll show up. It is really that simple. Sage says, I'm happy to help if needed. Like, seriously, I need something to do with my time. Yeah, we should talk. And Sage, if you know how to do a Reddit, if you're a good Reddit person, I wouldn't mind teaming up with you on our channels, making you an admin. You have a good head on your shoulders. Make a good person in social media. If anyone wants to get active in this community, because like I said, this is how I'm going to end it. While we were getting kicked off of TikTok, I realized how much you guys really have come to mean to me. and I don't want to lose that connection again. I'm giving up on Facebook and anything Meta, that means Instagram too. I'm giving up on Twitter so I can focus on what's important, the community we're building. So let's keep building it. And as always, my friends, make that accepting space and stay kinky. I will see you all tonight at our normal time, 7 p.m. That's why we switched our actual live discussion to 6:30. It'll be 6:30 to 8, which is generally 7 to 8 is when we're on the channel live. That time seems to have been better for us, but that doesn't mean tomorrow I'll be there. It'll be Wednesday I am. And that's why I'm going to try to rest my voice. I'm so happy to be back, but I need my voice for Wednesday. Low Vision Studios, great artist there. Actually did a cover. Oh, if I knew you were going to show up, he did a cover for Cat Dad and Supermom. An amazing job. Luckily, I have their phone number, so when I leave Facebook, I'm going to be able to stay in touch, and we're here on TikTok together. Facebook is no longer viable for me as a creator, so I will be leaving it as a content creator. Let's talk off camera too, my friend. And by the way, if you ever wonder why I don't say your name on here, Low Vision Studios, it's because I don't know if you want me to or not. Honestly, that's the only reason I don't say your name. A lot of times, guys, I'll just read your screen name, even if I know your real name. It's a privacy thing that comes with the kinky lifestyle. Sage says, Bet, if you want to talk more on that, feel free to message me. I will. Okay, Lance. Low Vision Studios, Lance. A really amazing creator. I actually sat down and broken bread with the creator, and I can't wait to see you again. Just not at MegaCon. I was supposed to put in for panels. MegaCon is just too rich for my blood. You get to be the cool guest. No one gives a shit about me. I'm going to change that. I'm going to make him give a shit. Problem is, I've been putting too much money trying to build up Facebook. It's time I built something for all of us. Don't you agree? Fucking Facebook. No one's watching. No one's watching. Here we are, 13 people. 13 amazing, kinky people. I'm going to be talking to some of you. We're going to be making some. We're making some moves this year. We're going to build a bigger community. And you know what? I'd like to see people join us. I'd like to see a Sage, a Sarah, maybe Taylor, if you're interested. I want to empower you guys to build a community, because community is not about me. There's no me in community. There is an I in community, and there's a you in community. So it takes you and I to make a community. You like that? Not even mine, my best friends. With that said, 7 p.m., let's get kinky. Stay kinky, my friends, and good night. Or good day. See you later. All right. My voice is a little sore, so I'm going to be heading off of here. We will continue to do comic book stuff on a comic book channel. I'm happy to help, but I'm not going out of my way. And I'll talk about that on Comic-Con on TikTok in just a few minutes if you want to join me. It'll be a quick live, but it'll be a live.